This is an example of the activity for building phases of the moon with Oreos. You'll just need some Oreos and the answer key and the guide on Seesaw. Be sure you watch the video for SciShow Kids that talks about the phases of the moon called Why Does the Moon Change? She talks all about these different phases that the moon goes through to help you with this activity. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is build the new moon. The new moon, as you can see on this answer key, is totally dark. So with my Oreo, all I have to do is do that special Oreo twist and pop them apart. So I'm going to use the back side of this here for my new moon stage because it's a completely dark moon. The sun doesn't reflect on it when it's new. Then for the full moon, as you can see on the answer key, is totally full, meaning it's totally shining and reflecting on the sun. So now you can see on my Oreo, I can just use the other half that I pulled off from the new moon and use the white part for the full moon. So I've already built two phases, which is one Oreo. Okay, so the next phase that we're going to want to do is the first quarter, which is basically like a half, but it's a half of a half, so that makes it a quarter. So I'm going to, again, take my Oreo and do that special Oreo twist. I don't ever know which side's going to work. So now I have these two pieces. What I'm going to do is maybe try to break this chocolate part kind of in half, and I'm just going to, I'm going to have to break it. Ooh, but look, that one ended up being a really pretty crescent, didn't it? So I might be able to use that one later. I'm going to maybe change what I'm doing here. And looky there. I think I have one that matches the Waning Gibbous just by the nature of it breaking. So I'm going to put that over here for Waning Gibbous. Waxing again means that it's growing, and gibbous means it's the larger part of the moon. Okay, so for this part, we're going to see what other shape we can get. I'm going to shoot for the first or the third quarter. So again, I'll do that special Oreo twist where I just kind of jiggle the two cookies apart. And sometimes you get a good break and sometimes you don't, as far as all the stuff being on one side. But what I need is a good half. So I'm going to try again to break this. Ooh, that one was a little bit better. And look, I have a half. So I can put this here and you can see by the picture, does this one match the first quarter or the third quarter? It matches that third quarter down there at the bottom. But if you turn it, it also matches the first quarter. So you can decide which one you want it to be and then see how you do the next time you do it. You might even be able to use some halves from this one to make the third quarter because it's the same cookie, just turned this way for, this way, this way for the first quarter and this way for the third quarter. Okay, so you can see I went ahead and put in the third quarter. It's just the same, it's just turned around from the first quarter. There are other opposites that look just alike. The Waning Gibbous looks just like the Waning Gibbous if you turn it around this way. So I need to try to make another one just like that. So again, I'm gonna start by twisting. Ooh, I got a good break on that one. And then I'm gonna again try to make that, oh, it just broke off. Look at that, a perfect crescent just broke. So again, it looks just like the Waning Gibbous, but if I turn it this way, it's the Waning Gibbous, and waning means that it's shrinking. So waxing means it's getting bigger. That means the amount of light on the moon is getting bigger, and waning means it's shrinking down. So it goes a little bit smaller. I'm just missing two more now. Okay, so I need to do the Waning Crescent and the Waning Crescent. So the crescent again is basically this same shape that's on these gibbous moons. But the gibbous moon is talking that it's a large white piece of the moon and a dark little sliver. Over here, we're going to have a dark big piece and a white little sliver. So I could even maybe use some parts of Oreos that have broken over here. And look, I can make it basically look like this crescent shape of white right here to go right here for this waning crescent. And it's just the white is on the left side. Or if you go up here, it could become the Waning Crescent where the white is just on the right side. Look here at our answer key, waxing and waning. That's what we're working on. So I can choose which one to put it on, and now I have one more to make. So as you can see now, I have my waning crescent. So the whole cycle again starts with a new moon, a waxing crescent, a first quarter moon, a Waning Gibbous where it gets bigger, a full moon, now the Waning Gibbous where it starts to shrink the amount of white space reflecting the sun's light, and then the third quarter, And finally, the Waning Crescent, and you have that crescent shape. Now for the most fun part, you get to eat all your Oreos! And